So we knew this about a week ago, right? That Teofimo Lopez, there might be some conflicts about Ryan Garcia, Teofimo Lopez being trained by Eddy Reynoso. But shout out to Punch Drunk Boxing, Mr. Moonshine himself. I'm going to link his video down below. But take a look at this real quick. Great job doing his interview. He's been getting a lot of Teofimo content lately from the man himself. So take a quick look and we're going to come right back.
People did see the interview, or just getting in tune with the interview you had with Sean Porter, and you did elaborate that you will not be training with Eddy Reynoso.
But I got news for you guys. So it looks like we will not be training with them.
Okay.
I mean, look, I was looking forward to going leaving tomorrow actually to camp with them and everything, but they just felt maybe they don't feel like I'm just maybe they just don't feel like I'm focused, which is pretty interesting. So
what if there's any clarification why y'all not training together? Because you did say in the interview that you said that you feel that they don't see you, that you was focused. What do you mean by that?
It could be a lot of things. Maybe just the time frame, but maybe it's it could be the promoting. I don't know. It's they didn't really elaborate. Eddy Reynoso didn't really speak to my father. He just went through our team and to elaborate that part. And I don't know if we did something wrong, or whatever the case be, or they just focus on their stuff and just. They have that Saudi trip that they're going to take in a couple of weeks, and they felt like with a fighter like myself that's elite, maybe they need more time.
So now that you heard that, let me give you my input on what I think is what's happening here. And I don't think it takes a rocket scientist to kind of figure this out. I don't think that has nothing to do with, like, let's say, Teofimo Lopez's antics, right? Like the Fatal Fury press conference where, he's like trying to slap Barbosa and all that stuff like that, and talking crazy at the press conferences, trying to sell a fight in that way, dressing, all kinds of ways and just being outspoken and cursing, all that stuff. I don't think that's the problem. I don't think it has anything to do with it. I don't think it has anything to do with Ryan Garcia either. I don't think it has anything to do with any conflicts or him, flying out to Riyadh. I don't think it has anything to do with it. I think really what's going on here is I think that the Reynoso and Canelo have made a conscious decision to maybe for now part ways because of Teofimo Lopez's insistence of using race and racism as part of how he sells a fight, right? And if you're the face of boxing like Canelo is, you kind of want to remove yourself from that. You don't really want to be involved in any of that stuff. Shipping bananas and saying which monkey wants to get the banana. He had made a comment. I don't know if anybody caught it in the Fatal Fury press conference. He was like, get your potassium up or something like that. Again, referencing bananas. We're talking about black fighters. And if there's no other way to sell a fight, if you can't find another way to be relevant, if you can't find another way to make people excited about your fights other than dredging up, hurtful feelings and hurtful comments that have been used to put down and marginalize a people, then I don't think you're cut out to do that sort of thing. And maybe that's why Devin Haney really doesn't talk a lot. Maybe that's why he lets his father do it, although I think that's a mistake because I think his father's doing a worse job than he would. But for instance, Terence Crawford, he can't sell a fight if his life depended on it. If his life came down to it and he had to sell a fight excitingly, he would die at that moment because he can't do it. And he doesn't pretend to, and he doesn't reach out to another level of unprofessionalism and also hurtfulness to try to sell a fight, right? He doesn't go in that way. And you got to respect people like that, right? He can't sell a fight. You can criticize him for not being able to do that, and not being charismatic, and not being able to sell pay-per-views. But at the same time, he's not reverting to some low-hanging fruit tactics of, talking about Puerto Ricans, or Dominicans or white people, I think he has said the white boy comment once or twice, maybe, and hey, what's good for the geese is good for the gander. You got to criticize him just as much as you would criticize anybody else making a statement, right? But he hasn't. I think it was him. Correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments below. But again, he didn't make it his thing. It wasn't like Bud kept doing that just because we were telling him, yo, that's foul, right? Like, he just go ahead and, like, he said it. And it was like, listen, I'm from projects, right? So we say things like that all the time. Like, hey, white boy, is it right in today's day and age? No. Is it sometimes even said in a harmful situation? No. I guess you have to be there to live it and kind of understand what that kind of means in a moment. But nobody misunderstands let's see what monkey wants to get the banana. shipping bananas and watermelons to a black fighter's room. That's crazy business. And if that's the only way you know how to sell a fighter, sell yourself as a villain, then I don't think this is for you. I don't think that part of the boxing, that part of the promotion is not for you. I think you should just hire somebody else to do that kind of thing. And I think that's what Eddy Reynoso and Canelo are probably doing. I mean, I could be wrong. It could totally be scheduling. I don't know. But for it to be like, yes, come on board, and all of a sudden, we're good. And then he reach out to him directly, reach out to his team. That means that, we don't really want to even explain ourselves to you, because we don't want to really tell you that it's because of your racist antics. I think, allegedly, I don't know. I could be wrong, but that's my opinion on it. Maybe when it comes down below, what do you think? Why do you think that they let him go in that way? What do you think that they said, nah, we're good, we're not going to really train you? I mean, if you're going to go ahead and train Ryan Garcia, but that's another thing too. I think Ryan Garcia might have apologized, though, if I'm not mistaken, for his racial antics. I don't know. Maybe. But also, let's hold Reynoso to the fire. If that's the case, if the racist remarks are the case, that why we're not getting Teofimo Lopez being trained with him, then he has to do the same for Ryan Garcia. Now let's keep it a buck, right? So if you're gonna drop him for that, you gotta drop Ryan Garcia for that. I don't think Ryan Garcia has apologized. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he has. I feel like he has. But whether it be accepted or not, it's a different story. I'm just saying. But let me know in the comments below. Did Ryan Garcia apologize? Should Reynoso also drop Ryan Garcia? If that's the case, if that's the racism angle that they really kind of like dropping him. Let me know in the comments down below, and see you in the next video. And I'm out. Peace.